just gotta be happy, man. Good days, bad days, it's all part of life. But you must keep the groove on and enjoy every single day. I'm sure you've had some happy days before. So what makes you think you can't have more? Keep on fighting and you'll see. You will soon see rainbows. Hey, come on. La 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 la. La 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 la. Ba-dum ba-dum boom. La 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 la. La 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 la. Ba-dum ba-dum boom. La 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 la. Beautiful clouds, where you are, there are beautiful clouds, where you are, oh, oh.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I am Joseph Siame Japon, Executive Chairman of Japan Group. I never developed or grew up in the boardroom. I grew up on the street of Accra, selling on the street, selling around stations, lorry stations, until God helped me. My mother gave me $3 as a seed capital, and today we have grown up to become a subsidiary of 76, now Japan Group of companies. 60% people in the world, around the world, think that health is better than consumer price. And what are they talking about? They are talking about the environment in the world. All of us here individually generate 0.6 kilograms of waste a day. Now we went for lunch, we ate breakfast. We never thought of where this waste have been going. Back 20 years in Ghana, there were floods, there were waste, there were issues around Accra. And what Jospon came around was to develop a concept that will have a sustainable financing in waste management. What Africa is lacking is sustainable financing in waste management. In Ghana, the government received $1.2 billion from the World Bank for waste management, but it yielded nothing because there was sustainable financing. What Jospon have developed is that we have developed a sustainable financing, an architecture that is very free from sovereign guarantees and other things from financing agencies. And that is what we have now unleashed to Africa. We are now operating in 29 countries. We can solve wastewater, solid waste, hazardous waste, medical waste, and we are one of the biggest waste management company in Africa. We humbly want to invite all partners to join us to solve this Africa issue of sanitation and waste management. Environmental issue is now an issue. There are climate, there are flooding, there are issues. Now, in Africa, Africa generates 244 million tons of waste daily, but only 4% is recycled. What is it talking about? It's talking about an opportunity. It's talking about opportunity in this space. And that is what we, Jospon, have developed equipment and a system. We have about 40 to 50 plants, including recycling, composting, solid waste, hazardous waste, in every form of waste. We have an academy that we train staff. We have a developmental system that we are developing people to see how best we support municipal governments. Municipal governments in Africa has this challenge of waste management. All over Africa, you go, you see of refuse and all other things that have become a challenge. Jospon has developed a system to solve this issue. And that's why we are here to discuss. We are humbly appealing to finance financial institutions here, development partners say that let us all join to develop an African solution to African problem. The question is, why does Africa always look at having financing from development partners with a strict kind of adherence and compliance and issues attached to it? It becomes difficult. Now, when a country is looking for funding, you need sovereign guarantee. What just won't develop, we don't need a sovereign guarantee. We will come in, see how best will help you. And so we are inviting all our neighbor African countries that what I believe as an African and as for this African forward is that Africa must define its solutions in its own terms, not in the terms of another person. Africa must define its solutions in its own terms. And we have African solution to African forward. So the African forward means that let us all come and co-invest as partners. Let us all see how best we can solve problems. And let us all see how best we can reignite ideas, innovation, and creativity. Now to the youth of Africa, this is your time. This is your time that you have to rise up, build, strengthen yourself, challenge yourself that Africa has natural resources abundant and there are more opportunity for you to develop. Thank you very much for attention.
Mr. President, one question for CNN, sir.
Larry, how are you?
I'm very well, Mr. President. Okay, I can walk with you as we talk. Has this been valuable, sir?
Yeah, very. I just came out of a session
Right.
on African multilateral financial institutions.
Right.
And how to leverage cheaper capital
Right.
for Africa's development.
Right.
I think we've talked enough. It's time to move on it. And I believe that the discussions we've had would advance that objective even further.
Is the rest of the world listening? Because all of you African leaders have been saying this for a long time.
Yes, we have. So it's time to put action to it.
Mr. President, one question for CNN, sir.
Larry, how are you?
I'm very well, Mr. President. Okay, I can walk with you as we talk. Has this been valuable, sir?
Yeah, very. I just came out of a session
Right.
on African multilateral financial institutions.
Right.
And how to leverage cheaper capital
Right.
for Africa's development.
Right.
I think we've talked enough. It's time to move on it. And I believe that the discussions we've had would advance that objective even further.
Is the rest of the world listening? Because all of you African leaders have been saying this for a long time.
Yes, we have. So it's time to put action to it.
So, for all employers watching us, the Ministry of Employment and Labor Relations, the Ministry of Trade, who is in charge of a lot of the companies and businesses and so on and so forth, Ministry of Youth, and everybody that is concerned and connected with employment. I'm sure that we have to be pushing this data to you. Our minimum wage should be matching our living wage. I think so. And so if you have a worker and you are paying less than 3,000, it is very problematic. Very, very, very problematic. Very problematic. So,
For special mention, one of our graduates today, Johnson Asiedun Ketia. He is known as the General of Mosquitoes and also the General Secretary of the NDC. Even though I'm told that as he came into this institution, he left all his intuatua behind the gate. As I shook his hands, I was wondering whether the physical training exercises had added any more muscles to him. But it appears as if he didn't work. But I am told that he did not come here for the physical muscles, but he came here to beef up the intellectual capacity of the NDC. And also to enhance his case for being selected as running mate. a special mention, one of our graduates today, Johnson Asiedun Ketia. He is known as the General of Mosquitoes and also the General Secretary of the NDC. Even though I'm told that as he came into this institution, he left all his intuatua behind the gate. As I shook his hands, I was wondering whether the physical training exercises had added any more muscles to him. But it appears as if it didn't work. But I am told that he did not come here for the physical muscles, but he came here to beef up the intellectual capacity of the NDC and also to enhance his case for being selected as running mate.
Nyankopon pia 2028 yebeba be a majority in parliament. Ojami yerenda kra me pede inde ajemimim inde ya mekrada, so I will call it Asin Nkukwasa declaration. That on this day, I declare in the name of God that come 2028 elections, the MPP will gain majority in parliament and win the presidency for Dr. Mahamadou Bawumia and transform the lives of our cocoa farmers and all farmers in Ghana. Have faith in this party. Have faith in this party, and I call on all executives in this constituency, be united and rally behind the party, and let's win. I know, God willing, victory will be ours in 2028. God bless you. Nyamisha wanya, mede wanya se.
Government is broke, government is broke. But people are spending billions to go inside the government that is broke. Have you ever seen a minister who resigned because government is broke before? Government has no money. Have you ever seen a governor who said, ladies and gentlemen, when I was elected, I thought the government had money. Now I discover government has no money, I resign. Have you ever seen it? Government has no money, but they are bringing money out at election time. Where is that money coming from? So they are lying. What is happening is that there are two types of wicked people in government. Type 1, they eat current money. Any money they find in government, they will eat it. They are wicked about that one. There is type 2. Type 2, they eat current money and future money. They will say, my term will end next year. When I leave, how will I eat money? Let me borrow money now and borrow money of the future and eat it now.
Good morning. Good morning. Thank you very much for joining the show. This is Good Morning Ghana on Metro Television. My name is Awudu Moro. It's always a pleasure to come your way. It's a beautiful, beautiful Thursday morning, and this is the day the Lord has made. Indeed, we're glad in it. I want to say a big thanks to Almighty God for making it possible for us to return here. Indeed, it is a rare privilege. Today is the 14th of May, 2026, and wow. This is how fast time is flying in. But anyway, but we also want to say a big thanks to you for joining us, for tuning in every day from 7 a.m. to 9:55. But today, as you do know, on Thursdays, well, in the last few months, on Thursdays, we have been ending the show at 9:30. Today is going to be the same because of the school homecoming program, which is from 9:30 to 10:25. Yes, and that's why we've had to sort of hive off a part of our time to the other programs. It's an extremely important one as well because we're getting all students of the schools of all students of senior high schools to relive the past. Okay, so that's exactly what we're trying to do. We're giving our platforms to them. So if you're watching us this morning and you have a story to tell, you and your group, I mean your school group, year group, have a story to tell about how things used to be like and the kinds of things you're doing to honor your alma mater. I'll share a number with you so that you can contact them, and the platform is yours to come and talk about it. So today is 9:30. That's when Good Morning Ghana ends. Let me now look at what the papers and the news portals are reporting this morning. So Daily Graphic says President Mahama commissions a nuclear scan facility for NAT. There's 24-hour plus economy portal opens to applicants, and then there's GES urges report exam or practice on hotlines. There's government bans raw rubber export, takes immediate effect, stays for 10 years. And then there's a Standard Chartered appoints Jose Godzi as a CEO of CEO and MD. And then if you look at the Ghanaian Times, it says that 300 Ghanaians to be evacuated. And there's a Santehene comments get fund for bringing KNUST Teaching Hospital vision to life. Reject renewal of Takwa mine lease. IEA urges government. And there's double track system to end 2027. Government secures $300 million facility to upgrade 50 SHSs. President Mahama. And there's renewed xenophobic attack, 300 Ghanaians to be evacuated. It's also here. Daily Guide says that Santiachim North MP arrested in Amsterdam after 1 year FBI chase. And there's Abronya rearrested, caged 2 weeks over judge comments. Carlos Ahenkra eyes NPP national treasurer. And there's also Trust Hospital midwife arrested for child trafficking. East Legon businessman grabbed over intimate videos. You will account for abuse of state power, according to Baumia. And then you have the Insight newspaper that says that Carlos Ahinkra eyes NPP national treasurer position, pledges transparency, grassroots resourcing ahead of party polls. And there's ex-CJ IEA speak on why Ghana must run. And there's Goldfields Takwa mine. And then there's also Putin hails Russia's test launch of most powerful missile in the world. And there's Communist Party Marxist Kenya denounces arrest of scores of comrades in Nairobi. And there's Nene Tete Atakpala the fourth calls for peace and unity ahead of the burial of Nene Atakpala III, 20 years after his death. Tinubu is spending like a drunken sailor, borrowing without plans, Obasanjo says. And then you also have the New Republic. The New Republic this morning has Okwe Ekufu draw battle lines over Takwalis, and there's I have a twin. Well, it says I have a TWN. I don't know what that means, but I have a TW. Detained MP pleads alibi. Invented ghost twin brother to escape FBI. Oh, so I have a twin. That's it. I have a twin. So it's a detained MP pleads alibi. Invented ghost twin brother to escape FBI. Seek diplomatic cover in Dutch cells. I'm not sure if the diplomatic argument would hold, but diplomatic doesn't mean that if you're found to be doing something wrong, the system won't deal with you. So, but anyway, we'll look at that at some point in our discussions. So, Edubuahin's defense in Limbo, court slams door on Edubuahin's email and pension evidence. And then there's government eyes post bailout policy shield. And there's GTech boss in far storm as Jinapo's attempt to hijack college's principal sparks revolts. And then you have the Daily Post for today has Mahama's free SHS review yielding results according to Harun Idrisu. And as Mahama announces $300 million Star J project to end double track system by 2027, commissions PET scan facility at Swedish Ghana Medical Center. There's 268 fuel stations, 8 petroleum depots, and 2 refineries to operate under NPA's 24-hour pilot program. Let me now look at what's on the news portals. You have on Major Online that Mahama convened special cabinet meeting on constitutional review proposals today. Charles Amisa's death changes nothing. Neurosurgeon slams Ghana's culture of scapegoats. And then you have Mahama pushes Accra reset at Africa Forward Summit. One's death is crippling health systems. MPP to stage Mamoto demonstration of alleged political harassment. There's a city newsroom has cabinet to decide on constitutional review recommendations today. There's over 8,000 fiber cuts recorded annually at Teleco's chamber. And then there's the Fiamapo outlines timeline for new legal education system rollout. You also have Ghana Web. It has a flight number, purpose of visit, and more. All you need to know about OK Frimpong's arrest. And there's before Mother's Day, Unimac men stepped into the kitchen and stirred a rare sense of community. There's a $250 million fraud gang OK Frimpong is alleged to be a part of. All right? And then let's go to MetroTVOnline.com. Semenyo scores as Man City beat Crystal Palace to keep heat on Arsenal. And there's Dr. Ogum, confident Black Starlets will overcome Algeria in AFCON opener. There's women suffer serious eye injuries in alleged assault over affair claim. And then there's also Ghana has expertise to operate Takwa mine locally, so far a Kufu. All right, so that's it for the newspaper and the news portal review. Please stay with us. My guest, in fact, one of them is here. He will be joining me for us to kickstart our review of the newspapers and some of the news portals. So stay with us. It's Good Morning Ghana.
Tanumo onunchoni hawo dangma chiechele wekun wanyanu tumo osole mojiake ubawo nani aya baba shushueshwe. Amen.
Finding the ideal property shouldn't be a daunting task. At MNC Properties, we believe everyone deserves a place to call home. That's why we specialize in providing affordable housing options under our flagship project, Fresh Property Joy, specifically designed for low and medium income earners. Our range of customizable homes includes 2 and 3 bedroom standard and executive options, all meticulously crafted using innovative interlocking brick technology. We understand the importance of simplicity and convenience in the acquisition process. That's why we have designed our procedures to be straightforward and hassle-free, offering flexible payment options tailored to your individual needs. In addition to our affordable homes, we proudly offer litigation-free lands for sale in vibrant and upscale communities that present the perfect opportunity to build your dream home. We are committed to making affordable housing a reality, providing you with the joy of owning a home that meets your budgets and aspirations. Whether you're looking to buy, rent, or invest, we've got you covered. Our service team is ready to assist you on 030-255-1917. MNC Properties.
Mommy, good morning.
Oh, good morning, my son. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you, Mom. How about you?
I'm fine.
Joe, I just saw your mom doing her usual morning routine. Like, it was just 2 weeks she underwent a major colon surgery.
Bro, see, my mom is doing perfectly fine, and we're all excited about it. It was minimally invasive surgery, and the recovery has been very fast.
Minimally? Hey! No, wait. What do you mean by that?
So they offered my mom a laparoscopic colon surgery. Laparoscopic colon surgery, which we accepted. It turned out it was equally safe with a very fast recovery time, and the cost involved too was very, very reasonable. She was discharged 3 days after the surgery, and you can see her, she's on her feet again.
3 days?
Just 3 days, bro.
Mean Tuber Hospital, first Ghana colorectal center, aimed to serve a peculiar health need.
Hey buddy, it's me Azar.
Yeah, me now they see. Hey, you don't look fresh.
Hey, hey.
We your label today.
Wait till you see what's inside me.
Azar, freshly made inside and out for greater coverage and colors that last longer and beautify your walls, spaces and places. Azar, no size. Go ahead. Buy now. Azar, #1 from Azar Group since 1921.
Hello, my friends. My name is Kelkit's Toothpaste.
Wow.
I was made to be gentle on your gum, but protected. I will protect your teeth from cavity, make your teeth whiter, stronger, keep your mouth fresh all day. And best of all, I'm strawberry flavored. So put on a smile and try me.
That's amazing.
Just try me. That's my job.
If you say so, jump on my brush. Makes your teeth stronger, chicky whiter, chicky stronger. Yay! You did it!
I'm glad you like your new toothpaste. Don't forget to brush both day and night.
Kelkits, happy smile.
In my line of work, a confident smile is everything. Kel Charcoal Toothpaste keeps me on top of my game and ensures my smile is always radiant and bright.
With the tiring nature of my job, we spend several hours under the scorching sun. To keep our teeth white and our breath fresh all the time, we use none other than Kel Charcoal Toothpaste. Kel Charcoal Toothpaste. You're on a kessie and in a kit one.
Samayo kendini, who be here, Semetra Sapapadia to a mammy manfo. Kel Charcoal's natural ingredients, and a bomb is so buying, and manis rain, Nesansu Mama Hotoso, a will beg you.
Kel Charcoal Toothpaste. Choose Kel Charcoal Toothpaste for anti-cavity, whiter teeth, and fresher breath all day. Available in 80 gram and 150 gram. Grab yours today.
Kel, happy smile. This advert is FDA approved.
Launching. BSc Development Economics at the Ghana Christian University College. Study a job-ready university program, BSc Development Economics at the Ghana Christian University College. Job is ready for graduates who possess degrees and certificates in BSc Development Economics, professional certificate in Theoeconomy, certificate in Theoeconomy with business. Enroll at the Department of Theology and Economics at the Ghana Christian University College, Amrahia, Adenta Dodua Road, Accra. Full bursary is available for BSc Development Economics graduates to study master's program at a state university in South Africa. Enroll now. Take advantage of this opportunity to join elite professionals in economics. Call 0557 351 090 or 0575 633 307 or 030 296 0542. WhatsApp us on 0557 351 090 or you can get in touch online on www.theoeconomy.edu.gh. Powered by the Center for Theology and Economics, CTEC.
Looking for the ultimate oil city getaway? Welcome to the Groove Esipon Beach Resort, where luxury meets adventure. Host your meetings and events in our fully equipped conference facility. Relax our sparkling pool, unwind in cozy rooms, satisfy your cravings at our scenic restaurant, and enjoy fun-packed recreational activities and a walk through our charming menus. Whether it's business, pleasure, or pure escape, the Groove is your perfect destination.
The rules of the game are simple and they start before you walk through the gaming facility. You must be 18 years or older before you can gamble. This isn't a suggestion, this is actually the law. Under no circumstance does an operator have to allow an underage to their establishment to operate a gamble. There is no excuse, there's no exemption, period. For information, call the helpline on 0800 454545. This message is brought to you by the Public Education Unit of the Gaming Commission of Ghana.
Gaming Commission, the winning hand. Yeah.
Hello everyone, I'm Madam Kam from Burkina Faso. I invite all of Burkina people, diaspora, IAS to come at Metro TV 23 May for Cook Africa AU Day. Je me présente Madame Kam, je suis du Burkina Faso. J'invite toute la population à sortir massivement pour Cook African AU Day.
This is where we are. Let's go to the entrance. We want our man. We shouldn't speak to you. We want our person. We want our person. The police is telling us. You can see them in uniform. You cannot intimidate us. We cannot speak to you again. The police is asking us not to speak. We don't know why. The police is asking us not to speak. You cannot see. We don't know why yet. The police is asking us not to speak. You can see them in uniform. We did to national security. We are here as the police. You are not working for them. And nobody. We cannot see. The family is asking. Nobody should be. We, David Seminole, we don't know what to say about President Mahama, your CID, your BNI, your national security, and they are criminalizing free speech. Why? Are they? Any of the media guys can be picked any day. Just like this guy has been picked. Someone can say Doomsday is bad. Is Doomsday not bad?
Please, when was he picked up? When was he picked up?
Yes, I'm right.
Stand by and say,
we don't know where he is. Yabusa, Yakobi Yanai, Omuso Niho, Yabaha, Musum Namuso Safran, Oniho. Why? National security Omuso Niho. Are they? I don't nonsense. For more than 20 hours, and you are addressing media. The police says you cannot address the media. How can you say this? They are criminalizing free speech, and this is the policeman here.
You see, they are now
sacking the police.
They are sacking us.
They are sacking us not to speak.
You can't do that. They are sacking us not to speak.
Let's speak.
Please, the police is sacking us
now
not to
this
speak.
is where we are. Maybe I say you're junior. Ghana, you're
sacking us
Democrats.
not to speak.
This is where we are. Let's
go to the entrance.
Let's go please.
The police is telling us not to speak to you.
We want our man. We shouldn't speak to you. We want our person. We want our person.
The police is telling us. You can see them in uniform.
You cannot intimidate us.
We cannot speak to you again.
David,
the police is asking us not to speak.
We don't know why
the police is asking us not to speak. You cannot see.
We don't know why yet.
The police is asking us not to speak. You can see them in uniform.
We did to national security. We are here as the police. You are not working for them. And nobody. We cannot see. The family is asking. What should be?
He's clearly committing a crime.
All right. So there's a very popular saying that the more things change, the more they remain the same. I'm sure that the videos you've seen are not unfamiliar. You will see these things since the beginning of the Fourth Republic, from 1992. You keep seeing these things all the time, and it's almost as if we become associated with opposition parties, always expressing their reservations about one or two things. It's just become a part of our policies, but that's fine. It's democracy. People should be free to express their opinion, even if you don't like it. It is what it is, So my guests are here, and two of them have been away for a while. The thing about this platform is that So one of them, he's back. Yes, I'm talking about Haruna Mohammed, a very good friend of mine. He's a Deputy General Secretary of the NPP and one of the strident fighters within the party. He's very passionate about his party, and so when he's speaking, anytime something happens, you see him there, right there at the center of the action. That's how much devotion and commitment and dedication he showed to his party. And I respect him for that. Haruna, assalamu alaikum. It's good to see you. How are you?
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.
Long time.
Yes, it's long time.
In fact, I don't think the whole of 2026 you've been here.
Yes, 2026 is just 5 months.
Yeah, you have been here.
It means that within the space of 5 months, I've been able to appear. But I've been speaking a couple of times on the metro.
Right.
Yes, but
I think that generally your media engagement, as in being physically present in studios, has actually gone down a bit. I may be wrong. You do more phone and Zoom engagement.
I slowed it down when we began the fasting.
Okay.
And usually in fasting periods, I don't do media. And I've also engaged myself in some academic exercises. So I slow down.
Are you also reading your PhD?
I'm having an academic exercise.
Charlie, tell us. We journalists, we are concerned people. We want to know.
Moro.
What happened?
I'm just doing some academic.
Some academic exercise. Okay. We know how to dig. We dig. So next time you can ask, we just tell you. That won't come. How good is your house? Is your house that good?
Oh, my house is not that good. My house had taken over my Dagbani and then tree. But in 1992, I was sent back to my hometown, Zabzu, to be able to speak my mother's dialect. And from then, it took over my speaking of tree and then Hausa. But I can speak Hausa to the best of my understanding.
Okay. Let me also say that a very good friend of mine who is also MP, he is here with us. As for Seydou, he's been here a few times in 2026, and he's gradually becoming a toast of our audience. I mean, when he's not here, they'll call us or ask, when is Seydou coming? When is Seydou coming? I say, I don't control Seydou's life, but he's here. He was away for a while, but he's back home, and he's been with his constituents ever since he's been back. That's how much, again, dedication and passion and commitment he has to his welfare, the welfare of his people, his constituents. So he's been with them for a while now. But he also recognizes that the media is a very powerful tool for information dissemination. At the end of the day, he can't talk to everybody in his constituency. But at least whilst he's here, they'll be watching him, and if he has any message for them, he will deliver it as such. So I'm talking about Cletus Seydou Dapala. He's MP for Jirapa, and also a deputy chair for the Foreign Affairs and Regional Integration Committee of Parliament. He's also with us here on the show. Seydou, long time. It's been a while. I hope you're doing very well. And I say assalamu alaikum to you as well.
Salam, my brother.
I hope you're doing well. Small, alhamdulillah. We're doing well. We're doing well.
We have life.
Yes.
We have life. There's hope.
Absolutely. How is the we have a tradition, so
yeah.
How is the constituency? You've been spending some time with them in the last few weeks or so.
Yeah, I try to do my best to mingle with my people all the time. Yeah, constituency is doing very well. We are not doing badly. This morning, I'm looking at rural electrification. So my focus is to get some of our communities that are not connected to the national grid hook onto it. So contractors are working assiduously around the Ulu area. So you have the Mofo, Kori, Bazu, Then this morning, I'm sending a team to try to hook Nyamvare to the national grid, and I'm going to work on Togo. I'm going to connect Togo Kane to the national grid and Teza Kane. There's a team that will be moving. Already they are on their way just to get these communities that I'm mentioning connected to the national grid. I believe the contractors will get to site to work on Nyamvare as soon as possible. I'm sure the next 3 months, these communities I'm mentioning will be hooked to the national grid. Those are some of the things that I am basically doing. I'm doing a chips compound in Nyane.
Okay.
And we roof, and the masons will move to site to do the plastering. We want to commission it by the end of July. That is basically some of the things that I have been doing in the constituency. We are doing quite a lot. School blocks, what's the name? Boreholes. In fact, water is life. I believe in that because Moro, imagine you go to a community and the first problem they have is water. And we all know without water, there's no life.
True.
So I try as much as, so at every point in time, I'm drilling boreholes, I'm working on boreholes.
Wow.
Sometimes my critics will say that, oh, what he knows best is to drill boreholes. They don't even know the cost of a borehole.
Yeah.
They don't know the cost of a borehole. You minimum. I spend like 40,000 to do one.
Wow.
Minimum.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah. So recently we commissioned to a contractor to drill 17 of them. 17.
Okay.
So if you were to multiply 17 by 40,000, then somebody will sit down and say that, oh, the MP is not doing anything. You understand? Moro, I've been telling people, I'm not the type of MP that impose things on the people. I respond to the needs of the people. So at any point in time, if you wake me up and ask me what are the problems in this area, I can tell you what the challenges are.
Right.
So I know the problems. Because I've been around. I've worked with them as party secretary. I've worked with them as DC chief executive, and I'm working with them as member of parliament. So I know as party constituency secretary for 2 terms, at least I worked well with them. And so I know every community, the challenges that they have. So I'm solving problems. It's not about what people think I should be doing. Moro, if a community needs water, you don't expect me to go and be building a school block for them. Maybe school block is not their challenge. They have school block. There's no water in the community, so you don't expect me I should go and add a school block. If they have a chips compound, you don't expect me to go and add a chips compound when probably they need a KG, or they need electricity, or they need another important need. You understand? So that's how I been working with my people. So at every point in time, I try to let my impact felt in many of my polling stations or areas or divisions. That's the way I operate. So I want to assure my people that if you go into the 2028 elections, President Mahama's NDC government, myself, our scent will be felt everywhere, every corner in the constituency. That I want to assure our people.
All right.
We are working on some, we are getting the contractor to come to work on the Jirapa town roads. Just because the road minister has been on outreach, so we will facilitate that. We're concluding on that, and he had to go out to do his outreach. When he is back, I'm sure he will get a contractor for us to come and work on the Jirapa town roads that have been abandoned for many years. We're looking at working on the Jirapa Duri Road, working on the Jirapa Teza Domini Road, and many other roads. So we're also looking at some bridges. We have some bridges, that we need to construct to connect, link, make commuting easier for the people. I've sent the director of bridges, highways, I've done so well. He's gone in to do the assessment and all of that. I believe at the appropriate time, they will begin to work on some of these bridges. Boro, we are not sleeping. We want to work for our people. And I want to assure my people that Cletus will not relent in his effort to bring development to the good people of Jirapa.
All right. Okay. Whereas you are bringing good news to the people of Jerapa, you also stand accused, not as a person, but I'm talking about the political tradition that you are so proud of as a member, and the fact that our political tradition is in government. You have come under some heavy criticisms, and you are being accused of undermining free speech. You are being accused of attacking free speech. You're being accused of not allowing Ghanaians to speak their minds. When they speak their minds, you go and arrest them and you cage them for a few weeks. And that this is something that you kicked against whilst you were in opposition. You were very loud. You were very vociferous. And you were very, very unhappy. So the MPP and some Ghanaians want to find out from you, why are you doing the very things that you said you were not happy about, the very things that you kicked against, the things that even in some cases you had to go on a protest march to announce to the whole world that you were not happy with the government of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. Now, yesterday, the flag bearer of the NPP and also former Vice President Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia also had cause to wade into this matter. He has actually issued a statement, and I'm sure that the statement is ready. Gentlemen, if we can put it up. It says, Office of His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, flag bearer, New Patriotic Party. Democracy and free speech under siege. I have observed with great concern the endless assaults on the fundamental rights of officers, activists, and supporters of the New Patriotic Party across the country by the National Democratic Congress government. These attacks, arrests, detentions, and unconscionable bail conditions have been a persistent feature of the NDC government since they took office on the 7th of January 2025. The latest of such acts of intimidation has been the arrest, detention, and subsequent release of David Esando for lamenting on social media about the return of Dumso and the bizarre decision to put the MPP Bono Regional Chairman Kwabena Bafo Abronye into custody. Good. Now these actions undermine the speech, undermines free speech and are setting Ghana's democracy backwards. I condemn in the strongest terms the unholy collaboration between the executive, state investigative agencies and some elements within the judiciary to use intimidation and harassment to silence members of the New Patriotic Party. I therefore serve notice to officers of the state who are active or who are active participants in this unholy enterprise to the day that the day of accountability will come and the abuse of state power will be accounted for. The patriots around the country, to the patriots around the country, I urge you all to stay firm by refusing to succumb to intimidation while continuing your civic duty to hold the government accountable to its promises. We fought hard for this democracy, and as a party, we cannot surrender it to intimidation from those who possess temporary power today. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, Accra, Wednesday, 13th May 2026. Indeed, the Daily Guide of today has reported same, so I may not want to read the entire story because essentially what the story captures is what I have read, except to read a portion here which gives us a background to why Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia has decided to issue this statement. Now is on page 3 of today's Daily Guide. And this is what it says. Ernest Kofidu says the flag bearer of the New Patriotic Party, Dr. Mahmoud Bami, has warned that state officials involved in abuse of power and intimidation of opposition members would eventually be held accountable. Now, he cited the arrest and detention of David Sando, the Aguna West MPP organizer, over comments on the return of intermittent power outages, aka Dumso, on social media, as well as the detention of MPP Bono Regional Chairman Kwame Bafo Abronye, popularly known as Abronye DC. Dr. Bamia said the actions were setting Ghana's democracy backwards and weakening constitutional freedoms. Now, that's it. That's how the Daily Guide captures it. Now, if you go to, so in a related development, speaking about the Bono Regional Chairman of the NPP, we have been told by today's Daily Guide that he has been rearrested and caged for 2 weeks over judge comments. Now, Jibril Abdul Razak says the Bono Regional Chairman of the opposition New Patriotic Party, Kwame Bafo, popularly known as Abonye DC, has been rearrested and remanded into custody of the Bureau of National Intelligence (BNI) over some alleged offensive conduct and publication of false news. He was initially arrested last month over the matter and was put before a circuit court which remanded him for 2 weeks. However, he was reportedly flown out of the country on health grounds following his remand and was rearrested upon his return to the country. He was put before a circuit court in Accra yesterday, charged with 1 count of offensive conduct conducive to the breach of the peace, contrary to Section 2071 of the Criminal Code 1960, Act 29. Court documents allege that Abronye DC in the month of April 2026, without lawful authority, uttered certain abusive words indicating that a judge sitting at the Denta Circuit Court is not a judge, but rather a politician who has covered, he said, who has covered your hair with a sack and claim you are a judge. That's in bad taste anyway. He was also charged with 1 count of publication of false news contrary to Section 2081 of the Criminal Code 1960, Act 29. According to court documents, the 44-year-old in a video circulating on social media made the political judge claims, a statement which is likely to cause fear and panic and disturb the public peace, knowing the statement to be false. He pleaded not guilty to the 2 charges, and the court, presided over by His Honor Joseph Yenuban Kusong, remanded him for 2 weeks to reappear on May 27. His lawyers had prayed the court to grant him bail pending the trial, but this was heavily opposed by the prosecution. Mr. Judge, that's a bit harsh. That's a bit harsh. The prosecution's brief facts presented by Deputy Superintendent of Police, DSP Emmanuel Nyamiche, alleged that in April 2026, Abonye DC falsely published a video online in which he made derogatory remarks to wit, the circuit court judge is very biased and always doing political cases, and that her rulings are wrong and full of grammatical errors in an attempt to incite members of the public against the court and the said judge. He is said to have stated that you are not a judge, but rather a politician who have covered your hair with a sack and claim you are a judge. Right. Sedu.
Yes.
Is that a fair criticism of this government or not?
Well, Moro, good morning once again. Good morning to my brother, the Deputy General Secretary of the MPP. Good morning to your distinguished viewers and the entire crew of Metro TV. Let me say good morning to the good people of Jirapa. Moro, democracy has rules. Democracy is not for you to always sit and say anything at any point in time. You see, if we don't understand it, we need to understand it. I'm not proud to associate with people who make reckless statements in the name of democracy or in the name of supporting a political party. You understand? And I have always said that if you want to be taken serious in your own party, you ought to let them know your substance, what you worth when you speak. It's when you speak that people analyze whether you are capable or not. A fool can be taken very serious. When you go to a meeting and keep quiet without saying anything, people will still value you. But when you open your mouth and, what you voice out is That's how people judge you. So for me, I've been telling the New Patriotic Party, Moro, I will now repeat it here. I want to ask a question. Are they proud of the communication style of Abronya? Are they proud of how he communicates? This is a question probably I'll let my brother help me to answer. He's a human being. He's a politician. He supports the MPP. But I just want to ask whether they are indeed proud of the things Abronya says against his own party members and his opponents, to the extent that he has extended it to judges. You understand? You see, if you've been doing, probably Abronya does things that he gets away with it. But when you take it to the bench, they will not allow you to malign them. They will not. The bench will not. You remember the 2012 election petition. Yeah. You see, people were convicted. Mm-hmm. You understand? People were convicted. Nobody impugned political meaning into it. Because people were cautioned to be very careful in commenting on the trial. So for you to go hard on a judge, impugn his reputation and made the judge and made the public to believe that the judge is a politician rather than a judge, they will not take it kindly with you. So for me, in as much as we want people to speak their mind, you see, speaking your mind, you have to always do your research and have your facts. Free speech is not for you to throw lies. Free speech is not for you to throw falsehood into the public space. Free speech is not for you to insult or denigrate others without proof. Without proof. We have laws governing this country. You just mentioned Section 208 of the Criminal Offences Act 1962, Act 29. We have the Electronic Communication Act. We have laws that govern us. Moro, that is why, you see, it's in this democracy that I can come and sit here and talk freely and go home and sleep without being attacked, without anything. It is without laws, without the same laws, without laws, Abronya, there are people who will just accost him and beat him. But because of the same laws, because of the same democracy, he talks and go home and sleep freely. You understand? But if you steal and you are not caught, you will think that you are a master in thievery. You understand? But one day you will be caught. So he does all these things in the name of supporting his party and always get away with it free. For me, look, I tell even members of, or all politicians, when you are reckless, in speaking or in addressing issues as a politician, the day you will want a position or something in your own party, that is when they will judge you and let you know that this is who you are. You remember the Honorable Kennedy Agyapong said it. He said he defended his own party when he wanted to be flag bearer. They came out with sins that he committed from his own party. It's not NDC. So I've been telling everybody in politics that we should be careful. We should be careful that in our bid to defend our party, in our bid to defend individuals in the party, in your bid to be known, you want to be known in your party, you can say things, just to get the attention of your party members, but they are also going to use the same things to judge you tomorrow when you are competing for something with other people in the same party. So everybody ought to be very careful in what we say. Okay. It's not bad to defend your party. It's not bad to say things against others. But you see, Moro, if I sit here to say things against you, I should have sufficient evidence to say that this is what Moro did. So I will take Moro on what he's done. But I cannot just come and sit here and say that Moro is NDC, Moro is NPP without proof. You understand? That is how Abronye has been communicated. And I'm not proud about that. And I've encountered many MPP members who equally are not proud of what Abronye is saying. You see, the laws must work. The laws must work. The NDC is the last political party that will back free speech. I want to tell Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, the flag bearer of the MPP. President Mahama is a media person. He supports free speech. But all of us should support the system to sanitize the political space. Moro, it's only today that even in your own party, somebody can just get up and insult you and they say it's democracy. I don't know which part of democracy that says that. You insult somebody, you malign somebody, you denigrate somebody, and when the person attempts to take action, then they say, oh, this is politics. So is that the definition of politics? Is that the definition of democracy? If we don't understand democracy, let's go back and learn from where we copied it from. But we cannot, in the name of democracy, and always denigrate people and insult people and say things about people that their whole family can even shake. Sometimes some of the things that they say about politicians, I wonder, more I'm a politician. So there are times they say things about me, and I'm like, hey, am I the one that they are describing like this? You understand? I wonder. Because I know myself. I know I don't do some of the things that my critics or my opponents say I do. But they will say that this is Cletus, this is who he is. But I also know myself. But Moro, we need to sanitize the political space. Okay. We will never gut people from speaking their mind. Never at all. The NDC will not do that.
Okay.
But we should not also allow people to hide under political parties.
Okay.
To say things that they cannot substantiate.
Right.
If you say things against a judge, this one is not an NDC member that Abronye said those things against. It's not an NDC member. The judge is not an NDC member. The bench is not NDC. The judiciary is not NDC. Okay. The bench want to sanitize the system and let Abronye and others know that, look, you cannot go after the bench. We won't allow you that. Okay. You understand?
Okay. How about the case of David Esando? David Esando sat on radio and said Dumso was back. And we're also told he went on social media and then, put up the picture of the president and they wrote, Dumso is back. And as soon as he made those comments, we're told 10 armed men came and arrested him, and they claimed they were from national security. They took him to Kalkudi right here, and so the videos you saw were videos of Nanabi and Co. at the time when they were complaining about the arrest of David Esando. I mean, how do you explain that too? I mean, in the case of Abronye, yes, it's between him and a judge.
Yeah,
so
yeah. Moro, I'm not. I haven't followed that matter. Okay. I have not followed that matter. But I know if the guy didn't do anything bad, they won't ask him to come and account for. Moro, anything you say, anything you want to say, anything you want to do, whether through social media, through whatever means that you want to use to communicate, you ought to be very careful what you are saying. Right. You understand? So for me, I haven't followed that matter, and I don't want to go into it.
That's fine.
I haven't followed it.
Would you be interested in finding out exactly why he was arrested?
Yes, I will. I'll check. Okay. I'll check. I'll find out.
Okay.
Because
even those of us
once it affects my brother's party member.
In fact, those of us in the media, as we're sitting here, we're not even sure why he was arrested. And the thing about national security is, if you don't have any strong connections in there, they hardly speak. Same with BNI. So it's always a challenge sometimes when you're trying to get some information, unless you have some strong connections there.
And sometimes
I have said it time and again that I think that when it comes to national security architecture, they must have a unit that speaks for them. It's extremely important. I don't know why we're struggling to do that. Of course, we're not saying they should speak to
Moro, they cannot come on. National security cannot be speaking. That one they cannot. Because
how about the BNI?
They cannot. They cannot, Moro. If they go on that tangent, our security architecture will collapse. We want to play Chaskele with our security architecture. That I think that let's allow it to stay as it is. because they are privy to information that we are not privy to. You understand? They cannot put out every information into the public domain. That they cannot do. So for me, I believe they have reasons enough to invite Esando. So Esando and his judge, his lawyers, I'm sure they will be able to talk for him.
All right.
And they cannot gag him forever. The worst they can do is maybe to prosecute him and he'll go and defend himself.
Okay.
But that does not mean that we are gagging free speech. Other people previously were arrested.
Okay.
You understand?
All
The
right.
previous regime, we can count many instances where people were equally picked up for speaking. But I don't want to do equalization. All I want to appeal to the two political parties and political actors in this country is that let's be minded, let's be guided when we are speaking. Your words, some of the things we say about opponents, it destroys their family.
Right.
Some of the things we say about our opponents is sort of, you know, the damage it has on them. You can't recover.
Okay.
You understand? So we ought to be very, very careful. I'm just saying that let's sanitize the political space so that when people are coming to speak, you have your evidence. If I have evidence against the General Secretary who is on this platform, Deputy, you know, I will put it out there and say that this is what he has done. You understand? But I cannot come and sit down here and say that the Deputy General Secretary engaged in ABCD without proof.
But there's one evidence I'll be happy if you can find for us.
Which one?
Evidence of, you know, he said he's engaged in some academic exercise. We want that evidence. Because for now
that one I'll ask him, but not on the show.
Not on the
But
show.
you know, I even told him that I'll be taking some tutorials from him.
Okay,
you know, before the show, I said I'll ask him how he's been able to do that one.
We want to expose him.
Yeah,
on the
so
show.
that we see how he's been able to do that.
Television.
Yeah. So
let's take a short break.
Let's talk with evidence.
Right. So watching Good Morning Ghana, please stay with us.
Finding the ideal property shouldn't be a daunting task. At MNC Properties, we believe everyone deserves a place to call home. That's why we specialize in providing affordable housing options under our flagship project, Fresh Property Joy. Specifically designed for low and medium income earners. Our range of customizable homes includes 2 and 3 bedroom standard and executive options, all meticulously crafted using innovative interlocking brick technology. We understand the importance of simplicity and convenience in the acquisition process. That's why we have designed our procedures to be straightforward and hassle-free, offering flexible payment options tailored to your individual needs. In addition to our affordable homes, we proudly offer litigation-free lands for sale in vibrant and upscale communities that present the perfect opportunity to build your dream home. We are committed to making affordable housing a reality, providing you with the joy of owning a home that meets your budgets and aspirations. Whether you're looking to buy, rent, or invest, we've got you covered. Our service team is ready to assist you on 030-255-1917. MNC Properties.
Grab your bottle and unleash the taste of Storm Energy Drink. A bold flavor, a big attitude, feel the vibe, own the moment. It's your time to be different. Storm Energy Drink, make your mark. Excessive drinking can be detrimental to health. Not recommended for persons under 18 years, lactating mothers, pregnant women, and people sensitive to caffeine. This advert is FDA approved.
Yes, next. Hey, Nadia Benson.
Me didn't tum. Mr. Friendly Calico, just call me cockroach. Now, Mr. Friendly once now. Hey, that's you. Improve car. Yeah. Captain Mosquito, double the action. Me did this sasso spray. Mr. Friendly sasso quell. Yeah, go to my sasso.
Phantom Preco.
We are changing, so should you. If you're dreaming, don't be afraid. And in the valleys, keep your head up high. Dare to dream with Puma drinks. Puma, Puma. Yeah, believe it, you can achieve. Puma, Puma. Oh yeah, clap your hands for the whole new vibe. Make we start the Puma. Oh yeah, come alive. Puma, Puma. Let me hear you. Puma.
Puma drinks, a whole new vibe. Another quality product from Casa Precon.
This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
This Easter, Estate Masters Limited is giving you more reasons to celebrate in our extended Easter promo. Secure your dreamland at Nest Cottage, Chopoli with a massive 15% discount. Or choose Palm Hills, Gomwa Pamfukrum, also at 15% discount. And for lovers of the coast, Coastal Park, Ningo Prampram awaits you at 10% discount. Plus, enjoy free site visits and free documentation because we make land ownership simple. This Easter, don't just celebrate, invest in your future. Estate Masters Limited, your most preferred estate partner.
Cook Africa, Cook Africa, Cook Africa on AU Day. My name is Marcel, a typical Beninese, live in Ghana. I'm inviting all the Beninese or non-Beninese, I'm inviting all of you on the 23rd May at Metro TV at 9 a.m. sharp. I'm inviting all of you to come and then we'll enjoy jengple, a typical Benin food, which we use the similar ingredients as a jollof, the same ingredient we use for jengple, but this time around we add basil to it because that one is a different aroma we are looking for. That's why we add those extra spices to it to get what we really want. I'm inviting all of you to come and join. Mes chers amis, je vous invite, venez massivement. On va célébrer AU Day on the 23rd May. Je vous invite. Merci et au revoir.
Oh Africa, c'est ça sans faux. Moi j'ai beaucoup.
You're watching Good Morning Ghana on Metro Television. The show is also live on 94.1 FM. My guests are still here. Remember that this show today would end at 9:30. Yes, it will terminate at 9:30 to make way for the school homecoming. Yes, so Kwezikwe will be joining me at some point. But my guest today is Mr. Haruna Mohammed. He is Deputy General Secretary of the New Patriotic Party, and also Kletu Seydou Dapla is MP for Jirapa, and also Vice Chair for the Foreign Affairs and Regional Integrations Committee of Parliament. So, Haruna, you heard your brother from the other side expressing his thoughts about the matter. Why do you believe that free speech is under attack? Free speech has been criminalized. He's just told you that this is an issue between a judge and somebody. Why? How does that become an NDC government matter?
Thank you very much, Moro. I'll say good morning to your cherished viewers. Good morning to yourself, and good morning to Honorable Kletu Seydou Dapla, who happens to be my in-law. From Jirapa, because my second wife's mother comes from Jirapa.
Oh, okay.
While she comes from Laura. Good morning to you, Honorable.
Good morning.
I've listened to...
What it also means is that you have really been enjoying.
But I know you will also be able to do that because you are Muslim.
I'm not there.
And I know
monkeys play by sizes. So.
But
I can't afford to.
You can't.
But
for now, you can't. Maybe God will give you
the
opportunity. For now, you can't.
So please go ahead.
I've listened to the entire conversation and I have followed all the happenings within the political space with regards to these activities. I must thank His Excellency, the former Vice President, Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia, the next President of the Republic of Ghana in 2029. And Moro, I'll begin by quoting from what he said. I therefore serve notice to officers of the state who are active participants in this unholy enterprise that the day of accountability will come and the abuse of state power will be accounted for. I thank His Excellency for this particular clause in the release that he has given. Having listened to this, we are worried as a nation how people are being arrested in this country, how people are being detained in this country, how unquestionable bail conditions has been meted to citizens of this country, how intimidation has been used to stop opposition people from talking, how free speech is being under siege, as we all know that this was repealed under President Kufuor's era, how unholy collaboration between the executive, the state investigative agencies, and some elements within the judiciary is collaborating to met out this injustice or injustice to the people of Ghana by being selective on the people of the MPP. You did indicate that the point that Honorable or my senior brother Abronye had made was to refer to a judge as a politician. And this has occasioned his arrest and subsequent detention and bail that was given to him. And subsequently his reappearance to the court voluntarily yesterday caused the court to remand him with the issue that if he is released out there, he would go out and make the same comment. A politician. Moro, we were in this country. The former Chief Justice of this country was called a women organizer for the MPP. Justice Gertrude Araba Tukono was called a woman organizer for the MPP by the elements in the NDC. The current President of the Republic of Ghana called the entire Supreme Court justices as unanimous FC. In this country, the sitting president called them unanimous FC. All manner of names have been used against the judiciary in this country by NDC. The security agencies that is acting today were the same security agencies, because all those heading the affairs of the country in terms of the security installations are all senior officers of the security agencies. They were there. They never picked any of them up. This was not occasioned for the judiciary to petition or even call for the arrest of these particular people. No such thing was being done. In any case, the judiciary themselves should take course to read judgments from the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court justices and rulings from the Supreme Court has addressed this matter extensively. Matters of insult, matters of attack, and what has been reported that is occasioning the detention, arrest of Honorable Abronye or my senior Abronye, the chairman for the Bono region of the MPP, can be dealt with under defamation. Nowhere that the law has indicated that a matter of defamation should warrant such detentions. Why is the judge so hurried to use judicial power and use state agencies' power to do what they are doing to my very senior brother, Abronye, the chairman for the Bono region MPP? Why? In any case, in a dental court, there are 2 judges. There are 2. He never mentioned a name. He said he's a political judge. What about somebody who is said is not even a politician? He's not even just a supporter, but an officer of the party. People even went ahead to have pictures of Justice Chukono with MPP paraphernalia as a women organizer. Nobody was arrested. In this same country called Ghana, my country, Ghana, nobody was arrested. Why are we doing this to ourselves as a nation? Why are we doing this to ourselves? Why are we curtailing free speech? Why? You saw me in the video. What happened to our brother from the central region, David? David went and wrote that Dumso is back. And when we went to the BNI with our lawyer Fuakwa, the matter was, it was the same matter. Is Dumso not back? Dumso is back. Everybody knows.
I need some
even the deputy energy minister.
Yes. But I need some clarity.
Corroborated.
I need some clarity. Just a second. When you went to the BNI, following the arrest of David Isando, did they tell you specifically and in very clear terms that they arrested him because of the statement he made? Or basically, what did they tell you as being the reason why he was picked up?
That is part of the reason.
Oh, that's part of the reason.
Yes.
So there
because
are reasons.
before you will be able to get a bail,
okay,
caution statements will be taken.
Right.
The lawyers and the clients were in there, and this matter came up, and they gave us the bail.
Okay.
But what even happened before we got to the BNI is even something that is bizarre. This gentleman was picked up at his store.
His store?
Yes.
His personal store?
His personal store
where he sells...
at Swedru.
Okay.
He was in the store. Heavily built armed men, more than 20 of them, went to pick David Isando. When they picked him and we got the information, the General Secretary called the regional CID in Central Region. No information. We called the district command, no information. We slept over. The next day we went straight to the National Security. They said they don't know anything about it. We moved to the CID. We went to Cyber Security. They said they don't know anything about it. Then we realized that there was a notice that was sent to him, inviting him. And that one was from the Special Investigations, SI. We went to SI. Were told that they don't know anything about it because they invited him and the lawyer had informed them that he will arrange to bring him before the SI. We came down to Director CID's office. We were told that she was busy. One gentleman met with us and told us that they don't know anything about it. And in fact, he was very emphatic that he is with the National Security. So we came down to now make few calls because, political parties, we deal with intel. Then whilst we were standing there, they then instructed the police officers, the CID officers there to come and push us away. When we were to speak to the media, because they were asking questions. And when the media is asking questions, it's very clear because we're running with them. And at a point, we decided that this is a case of kidnap. And I told the police is in charge of internal security. And if the police cannot know or doesn't know where a citizen has been picked and nobody knows his whereabouts, then it's a kidnap. There is a cause to complain. After that particular scuffle, we went back to Blue Gate. When we went, we were then directed to SWAT unit. When we went to SWAT unit, they said they don't know anything about it. Then from SWAT unit, we went straight to Edu Boyne's former place. What's the name? Signals Bureau.
Signals Bureau, yes. National Signals Bureau.
We went to National Signals Bureau.
That's Laboni here.
Yes. When we went there, they told us that he's not with them. Then we picked our signals that he was in a vehicle standing inside the compound to be whisked to the national security at the immigration side, the headquarters. We rushed in there. We were told that he has been brought here just 2 minutes ago from Signals Bureau after lying to us. Then quickly they moved him to Kawakudi and we went there and were able to get bail. The officers there were very professional at Kawakudi. They were very professional when we got there. But in a country that you live, your own country, that somebody is arrested and the police will tell you they don't know anything about it. SWAT doesn't know. SWAT's supposed to know every operational activity that is happening. They don't know. Then the person who has occasioned the picking of the person also tells her that he doesn't know anything. Is that a country that we are building? Why are we putting our democracy to that particular level? You see, people should realize there is one day, there is a day of accountability. The NDC will not continue to be in power forever. They will leave power. And I pray that God should give everybody long life to see the presidency of Dr. Bawumia. They should not complain. They should not complain when bail conditions are used as means to detain them. They should not complain. They should not complain. We are not going to sit down and allow these people to continue to destroy the democracy we have helped in building. We will not sit down. In a very few days, we will be having engagement with the diplomatic society. The diplomatic community will be having extensive discussion with various stakeholders in this country, including the media. And we will stage a strong demonstration in this country. If they want, they should arrest all of us. As I sit here, from here, I'm going to the CID headquarters. They have invited another person for making commentary in the social media. They've forgotten what their people have done. When Sami Jemfi and Co were talking rubbish without reference to any evidential value.
No, you can use another word, but not rubbish. Rubbish is the behavior.
Well, I take it about these were things that cannot stand.
Yes.
They were saying all manner of things. Nobody arrested them. Nobody arrested them. A black guy will get up and accuse everybody without evidence.
Oh.
Ofosu Kwati and Co will get up, they will speak without evidence. They will insult everybody in Nanado's government. They will sit down and tell you Nanado will speak, will sit in his house and smoke weed, and you'll be seeing things running through the house without any evidence. Nobody arrested them. This gentleman is talking about somebody who smokes weed, and then you will see a lot of things coming from his house, and he's been invited by the CID. Come on, what a nation. Why are we belittling Ghana to this particular stage? Why are we attacking free speech? Why are we being so selective that some people are deserving of being Ghanaians, others are not Ghanaians? It is very sad, Moro. This can happen to anybody in this country, but power will certainly change. And when it changes, people should not begin to question why this is happening.
Haruna, let me ask you this. I mean, you have, in the last 20 minutes, expressed your misgivings and your disquiet about the way some of your party members have been handled or treated. One would have thought that, having expressed this angst against the government for what it is doing to your party people, you'd be telling us that you would do things differently. But you're also saying that when you come, you repeat same. I mean, somebody would say, how do we make progress as a country if you're now telling us that when we come and we do the same thing, nobody should complain? I mean, shouldn't we be moving on? Shouldn't we be making progress, Aruna?
Moro, it's accountability. They said they are being accountable. Mm-hmm. They are making sure that people account.
Yes.
Yeah. So when we are also doing accountability, and they have the cause to complain, they should always make sure they reference what they did. Mm-hmm. It's not about paying back. Everybody has to do what we call accountability, and that is why we have state agencies that is in charge of accountability. One, when it comes to financial accountability, the Ghana Audit Service is there. And when it comes to responsible accountability, and other state agencies and actors are there.
Are you in your quest to get these persons you're talking about to be accountable also infringe on anybody's rights as you're claiming?
No, we will be very civil.
Especially because of the way you said you do same.
We'll be very civil in those particular matters. For example, Moro,
yes.
If a matter comes before me, yes, assuming I'm the Iyoko boss,
yes,
and a matter comes, they bring somebody to Iyoko,
yes,
and I'm going to give a bail condition.
Yes.
I will not cite any other bail condition. I will just say, okay, go and pick the bail condition for Hanan. Bring it, let me see. Okay, apply that bail condition on that person. Have I made anything wrong?
Okay. But you're complaining about it now.
Yeah, so if we are complaining it's not good, and they said it is good. So if you think it is good, we'll apply it on you.
No,
certainly that one, you should be rest assured.
Why don't you rather be consistent?
No, we would...
Once it is not good, you say it is not good today, so it cannot be good tomorrow.
No, the person says it is good.
No, not what the person says. What you are saying.
No, the person says it's good. If the person had agreed with us, yes, but the person insists that that bail condition should hold.
Okay.
So if it is so good, and that is why they say that there is an adage that says that what is not good for you, don't do it to others.
Okay.
Or what you would not like to be done to you, don't do it to others.
How about you come and do it better and show it to the other person whom you have accused of not doing it well, that you see, this is how it is done. We have been given the mandates by the people to do better than what you're doing, so we're doing better. How about that?
Moro, we won't come and throw flowers to anybody.
Okay.
We will not.
They do.
Yes,
the gauntlet has been fired.
Yes, let me
Dr. Maudu Bamia.
Let me say that. You see, the Ghanaian voter is discerning.
Okay.
I've always told my party people, particularly my core team, that you cannot insult people to vote for you. You cannot gag people to support you. You understand? The Ghanaian is looking at bread and butter matter.
Right.
The Ghanaian is looking at welfare issues. The Ghanaian is more concerned about his personal development and the development of his community. That is what politicians should focus on, rather than maligning, rather than, so in my language, they will say they will sew a shirt and it fits you well. You understand? Without them taking your measurement. You understand? That is the kind of politics that people benefit from. And we have people who really benefit from these things.
Right.
And they think that they are doing some good for their parties or for the people, the persons that they support. You understand?
Right.
Moro, me, I'm not on, in my constituency, I learned there are some platforms that they created. They say all sort of things about me. I'm not there. I tell my people, don't show it to me. I'm not interested.
Right.
You understand? I don't even want to see. Let them be there. That is, they are also serving their political masters or their godfathers. When they write these things about me, they send to them, they give them money. So they let them survive on that. But, Moro, communication, I have said that. My brother mentioned Sami Jemfi, Ablakwa, or those. You remember Sami Jemfi? Ablakwa was even taken to court when he exposed this National Cathedral pastor or man of God. You remember?
Yes.
The man went to court. Ablakwa won, even in MPP. Ablako won because he has evidence.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
These people, you see, the style of communication of Sami Jenfi, the Felix Kwache, the Ablakwa, is not the kind of thing that Abronye and Co are doing. No. No. They do research and come. They do research and come. Anything that they want to talk about, they have ample evidence that they do research and have information to give to the public. So please, that's why I said that. You see, as for a thief, somebody will steal and won't be caught. You will go and steal and you are caught. You understand?
Right.
Many things happen under the MPP when it comes to this free speech and all of that. Some people will get away with it. Others will not. Sometimes if you are stoking fire, maybe you come to Honorable Dapla's house and stoke fire. Dapla will not do anything to you. But you go to my brother's house, you won't stoke the kind of fire, but you will be faced with more fire. That is how society is. There are people, there are some days, some people, some motorists, some days they break traffic. They won't be caught, so they think they are Oga. Other days, police will catch them and they will be begging, paying all sort of fines. You understand? The law is the law. You may break the law today and think that you are superior. You will be there, I can talk and get away with it. Another day, you will talk and you will be caught. You understand? As for name calling, we have had name callings in this country. We've seen it before, and it will not stop. But all that I'm appealing to the political actors is that let's help sanitize the system. You understand? My brother knows that even in his own party, sometimes people say things about him that he's like, what are they trying to say? I'm not the one. I know myself. You understand? But because we've allowed people that space, they sort of think that they can sit and say anything about anybody at any point in time. You understand? Bail condition. You remember Gregory Afoko?
Yes.
You remember?
Yes.
You remember his case? If I ask my brother to speak to his case, this man that was granted bail, he met all the bail conditions, yet he stayed in custody for over a year under their watch. You see the way, I don't want to do it, but I have many examples that I can cite here. But for me, my appeal is that, my appeal is that let's all help sanitize the political space. Insults. You cannot insult someone to vote for you. You can't gag somebody to support your party. No. But you see, this idea of when somebody make reckless statement and the person is arrested, then you see political party members besieging Yoko office, besieging CID headquarters. I think that the police themselves, the security agencies should even stop every political party from this. If somebody is arrested, let's make a statement, like he said. Don't arrest somebody and will not tell the whereabouts of the person. When you arrest somebody, put a statement that this so-and-so has been arrested in connection with this. He's in our custody for investigation. So that the person's family or lawyers can come. This one, I'm also telling the security agencies that they should try to do these things and do all of us good. Don't arrest somebody and will not tell the person's whereabouts. That one is ridiculous. This one, I condemn it in total. It's not something that we should encourage at all. If you arrest Cletus, let the public know that you've arrested Cletus based on ABCD. Then my family or my lawyers can come. I don't need the political party members to besiege the CID headquarters to come and defend what I say. No, we should discourage it. One day, it's going to be chaotic at any of these investigative offices. The way we besiege Yoko office, the way we besiege CID headquarters, police headquarters, when somebody is picked, one day it's going to be chaotic, and we will come back to discuss it. So in order to avoid it, so that it doesn't occur any day, let's stop that practice. So when you arrest me, put a statement, you've arrested me. Then my lawyers or my family, two of my family members can come. You understand? Yeah. That no political party members will be besieging the office. But when you hide and pick somebody and you are not giving information about the person, then you will see political parties who want to make noise and draw the attention of the world. You understand? Yeah. So for me, let's announce when someone is picked, tell the whereabouts of the person. But communication is important.
Right.
You see, if people don't know, when you are communicating to people, your demeanor, your message, is what the people are looking at.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
Look, if you think that people are not discerning or voters are not discerning, so you go and gather people and insult some of your opponent and think that they are stupid. Look, my first primaries, I was the most insulted candidate. We were 6. My people were worried. I said, no, don't worry. The delegates are discerning. You think they are stupid? You go and you drive to a community, gather delegates, and spend so much time insulting somebody to them, and you think they are stupid.
Right.
You understand? I said, no, it's not a message. Me, I won't do that. I go and talk, give my message without mentioning even my opponent's name. No, I didn't go there because of my opponent.
Right.
There are many things that concerns the voters, and they want to see some kind of, what is that? They want to see some kind of honesty from me that I can help them. They are helpless. So they see you as a leader that can help them. So why will I go and spend time talking about another person?
Right.
You understand?
Right.
Politicians are not learning. We think that insults can win us anything. No. No, it cannot. It cannot. That's why I have said that. Look, I discourage anybody who, talk harshly or communicate harshly. No. The Ghanaian people, Moro, let me tell you, in Ghanaian palace, by our nature, by our culture, by our orientation, Moro, that's why even when the thief is caught and they are beating him, you see people begging.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
He's committed a crime, but you see people coming to beg that, oh, yeah, pacha, You understand? Do you understand? So it is the nature. That is who we are. So it tells you that a Ghanaian is so sensitive to his what is that? The Ghanaian is so sensitive to his neighborhood or his other Ghanaian. So don't think that when you insult somebody, it's grounds for you to win power. No. So my brother, you are in opposition, you want power, you can appeal to Ghanaians. But when you begin to say that if we get power, we will do worse, then the power will never come. God will not even give you the power. So don't communicate like that anywhere. Just pray. Pray, let's condemn it. Let's condemn it. Let's say it as it is. But when you want to say that tomorrow, if Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia wins power, you will do worse, the power will not come. God won't give you that power to do that.
God doesn't do that.
You
we haven't said we are doing worse.
No.
You said we'll do the same thing to you.
You said you. So you see, if I were you, I will tell Ghanaian, if you think that the NDC is doing something wrong, I'll tell Ghanaians that when we win power, we will not behave that way.
I can't lie to
it's
people
a message.
Who will do it.
You understand?
So that one who will do it.
They are discerning Ghanaians. Though. People think the Ghanaian is gullible. No, the Ghanaian is discerning. It's not his speech that will let people support you. No.
But the party
will hold you accountable. That's it. It's accountability. Yes, let me tell you, it is because of us.
Okay.
It is the way we behave. And we, sometimes, party stakeholders encourage them to do the things that they do.
Yes.
You understand?
If you don't do, they say you are weak.
No, it's not weakness. It's not weakness. Look, it's not weakness. Why? I tell people, check President Mohammed's style of communication as a politician, from assemblyman to member of parliament, to vice president to president. Check his style to opposition leader and now president. Check his demeanor. Check how he communicates. He won't insult, he won't attack.
But you and I also know.
You understand?
You and I also know that there are some NDC supporters who
are
too gentle and soft.
Let me tell you that President Mahama, my brother is saying hair because President Mahama at a point, it is the kind of, you see,
baloney.
No.
Stupid.
No. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you. Yes.
He used all those words.
You know why? Yes, he did. If you said he did based on a contest. President Mahama is the most vilified opposition leader, vilified president in this country. You people, What didn't you do to this man?
I'm asking. I ask you a question.
You understand? What didn't you do to this man?
As a politician, that's what I ask you a question.
My God.
I'm saying as a politician,
Honorable
sometimes
Dapila.
you are torn between.
Honorable Dapila.
Appealing to your base.
Yes.
And there is actually a wide section of your base who are excited when their political leaders speak in such harsh tones. They're very excited. Oh yeah, that's what we like, you know.
But Moro, you see,
Honorable
has forgotten. Yes. In Ghana, there's only one political party that has a founder. Only one political party.
Yes.
Because we don't have a founder. We have founders.
Yes.
And foundation members.
Yes.
You forgot
they have a founder.
No, the CP has a founder.
Oh, I know the NDC.
You mean the two major political parties? Okay.
This party, that party, the NDC party, the people in the NDC called their founder a backing dog.
Oh, you want to hear things? Do you want to hear things?
Then he referred to them as mortuary men. And then they came back as babies with sharp teeth.
But those were innuendos.
No,
nobody's name was mentioned.
Easy.
When I said Keita mentioned back into, he didn't mention.
Easy. Their founder, he's supposed to be treated like a
but
god.
He didn't mention Rollins' name.
No, the point is that they said that he's a backing dog.
He didn't mention Rollins' name.
My in-law.
You see,
my in-law.
If you are using that name, you don't want me to talk.
Okay, you talk. You talk.
You are just moving to the realms of you saying you want to take your daughter.
I just wanted to draw your attention that Rollins is dead.
You want to take your daughter.
Let's pray for
Now that I'm being told that you are attacking free speech, let me go on break.
Oh, no, I'm not. I just want to draw his attention.
He wants to say my in-law and say, okay, I'll take my daughter.
No, I won't do that. I just want to draw attention that Rollins is there. Let's pray for his impulse. Let's pray for him. He's no more here. Let's pray for him. That's just what I want to draw attention.
But he made a call. He made a call. He made a call. I want him to. It's a right call. I just want to add the other one. You should tell the security agencies to stop also rushing into the houses of people. Mask. Just as he's asking us not to go to the CID, not to go, you should ask the security agencies also to stop those particular acts that they are doing. Else, it is not going to augur well for this country.
I get it. I don't have a problem with that.
Oh, apparently the break is not even. It's not.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with
that. So,
for instance, like if you arrest somebody, put out a statement. You understand? So that they know the whereabouts of the person.
Yes.
And stop political party members from besieging your offices. One day, it's going to be chaotic there.
But you know what, Haruna?
You understand?
But you know what, Haruna?
One day, security will be broken. And what will happen there? So announce, let the public know, let the family know. The family will come in with a lawyer and handle their case. The political party, you can give whatever support from behind. If you want to.
But in all of this, Haruna and Cletus, I think that we all must accept that we need to sanitize the space.
But the point is
I'm not going to say somebody's bad or worse. For me, that's not my job. But I'm saying that we all need to accept that we have to sanitize the space. I think that there's too much insults and personal attacks.
But
I think both political
the
parties
security
must sit and look
agencies
at
should
how to
let
deal
us
with this.
trust them.
Yes, I agree.
Because if somebody voluntarily comes to report because of your invitation, all of a sudden we can't find the whereabouts of the person.
That is wrong.
Certainly, you don't allow us to sit back when you invite another person to. So when trust is broken, you will not get it the same. It's just like when you pick chocolates, and the chocolate is hard, nice design, you put it under sun, it melts. You pick it and put it in the fridge. It will harden again, but it will not look the same. So they should let us trust them. Once we don't trust them, we will amass there when they invite one of us.
I agree with you to the extent that, you know, politicians, both the NDC and NPP, only develop mistrust for our security agencies when they are in opposition. Once they're in opposition, they don't trust them. Once they're empowered, they trust them. That is something we also need to fix. We must have a security system, a security institution, you know, that both political parties can trust, whether they're in opposition or government. That's
when we were in government, we had issues with that.
Well, one or two. But generally
party,
speaking, it was the NDC that was always complaining.
But we complain more. We even told the president. So it's not about, it's when you are consistent.
But I'm just saying that generally speaking.
The ball game for the NDC is that they are consistent in their own inconsistency.
Okay, all right, I hear you. Let's go to, do you have a visa? Both of you have passports?
Yes.
Yes, so I have ordinary passport.
You have an ordinary passport?
Yes.
What is ordinary passport? You don't have a diplomatic passport?
The one myself and you have, but
okay.
he has a diplomatic passport.
Yes, he does. And so, but with your ordinary passport, I think that we can quickly arrange for you to get a visa, because I want us to go to Amsterdam. And then from Amsterdam, we'll go all the way to the United States of America. Not to go and play football. We want to go and visit our friend, the Asante Ashim MP.
Oh.
Asante Ashim North MP, yes. I want us to catch a flight to. He's not in America. So again, I'm staying with a daily guide. You know, we all heard the news 2 days ago that our friend has been arrested at Amsterdam. He was actually on transit to where I'm not too sure, but he was arrested in Amsterdam. And apparently because the FBI has been investigating him and some others over the same online scam matter. And the American FBI has come to one conclusion, that he is a key member, allegedly, of that cartel. And so they picked him up, and they've extradited him to the United States of America as we speak. And the Daily Guide tells us about the stories on page 3. Now, we're told that Ernest Kofi Addo again says that a member of parliament for the Asante Achim North, Ohene Kwame Frimpong, has reportedly been extradited to the United States over his alleged involvement in the multi-million-dollar international fraud and money laundering, a scheme linked to romance scams and business email compromise operations. Reports indicate that the United States Federal Bureau of Investigations had pursued investigations into the lawmaker's activities for more than a year before his arrest in the Netherlands. The MP was reportedly detained at Schiphol Airport in Amsterdam during an official government trip after Dutch authorities acted on an international request connected to FBI investigations. According to information circulating within diplomatic and security circles, investigators suspect that the MP played a role in receiving and transferring funds to Ghana on behalf of members of an international cybercrime syndicate between 2022 and 2026. Now, the alleged fraudulent scheme is said to involve approximately $30 million between 30 to 32 million US dollars, generated through romance scams and business email compromise operations, targeting victims mainly in the United States and Europe. Now, business email compromise schemes typically involve cyber criminals impersonating company executives or trusted businesses' contacts to trick victims into transferring funds into fraudulent accounts. Parliament on Tuesday, May 12, 2026, confirmed that the MP had indeed been detained in the Netherlands. In a statement issued to the public, Parliament disclosed that the Speaker, Alvan Sumana Bagwing, and leadership of the House were in contact with Ghana's diplomatic mission in The Hague to obtain a detailed information regarding the matter. The statement noted that the public would be appropriately informed as further details emerged. The Right Honourable Speaker and the leadership of the House are in touch with Ghana's mission in The Hague for detailed information on the matter. Sources familiar with the case claim the investigations form part of a broader international law enforcement operation involving several agencies across multiple jurisdictions. Now, if you go to today's Ghana Web, we're told it gives us a blow-to-blow account on, or you can say a nitty-gritty account surrounding the arrest of the MP, OK Frimpong. We're told that the new information on the arrest gathered by Ghana Web gives details of how the Asante Achim North legislator left Ghana, the reason he was in the Netherlands, and why he was arrested. Now, we're told the information available to Ghana Web, which has been corroborated by multiple reports, indicate that OK Frimpong left Ghana for the Netherlands on Saturday, which is May 9, 2026. A source indicates that the MP departed from Kotoka International Airport in Accra on Saturday aboard KLM Flight 590. The plane took off through Gate C of Kotoka International Airport about 10:10 p.m. I mean, Haruna is familiar with these things because he travels a lot. Now, KLM Flight 590 arrived at Schiphol Airport in Amsterdam at approximately 4:36 a.m. on Sunday, May 10, 2026. Now, we're told, according to a source familiar with the matter, the MP was arrested moments after the plane touched down at Schiphol Airport after the plane had landed and the passengers were about to disembark. The pilot announced that all passengers should remain in their seats for a security check. Dutch security officials then boarded the plane and proceeded directly to the business class section where the Asante Achim North MP was reportedly seated alongside some government officials traveling on the same flight. The security officials identified him, read him his rights, and placed him in handcuffs before escorting him off the aircraft into a waiting security van. Now, the Ashanti Regional Minister, Dr. Franco Akunhene, while responding to a critic on social media, affirmed that he was on the plane with OK Frimpong. He also indicated that 4 members of parliament of the opposition New Patriotic Party were on the flight as well. Now, instead of marketing their flag bearer. They take delight in marketing me. We were on the same flight, so what? 4 of your MPs were also on the flight. Talk to them. Now, information gathered by Ghana Web indicates that the MP was using the Netherlands as a transit point to the United Kingdom. Good. He was reportedly traveling to London to visit his family. Reports indicate that the MP has in the recent past not been traveling directly to London to see his family, but often uses Holland as a transit point. The Majority Chief Whip and Member of Parliament South Roxy Nelson Dapelma, in an interview with Joy News on May, corroborated that OK Frimpong was traveling to London. Now, we are told that he's been arrested by a DAS security official due to an arrest warrant issued by the United States government. According to sources familiar with the matter, the MP is being investigated and alleged. Okay, I've said that to you. But I'm just wondering, what kind of diplomatic relationship do we have with these countries to the extent that if they have an issue with a legislator or even anybody here in this country, and the person is a subject of some kind of investigations, why don't they collaborate with our own internal investigative bodies to arrest the person and then, subsequently do what they want to do? Why would you want the person to travel outside of his jurisdiction? This man is a member of parliament, and then arrest him. I don't know why do we do. I mean, it's just like an American senator comes to this country, and then we, Ghana, we say we have a problem with him, and then we arrest him. When we could have told Americans to that, look, we have a problem with this senator, and so arrest the person for us or something. I don't know. Unless, of course, I'm not thinking about this matter correctly. It's just something that I've been thinking about since yesterday. But anyway, Seydou, I don't know. You know this gentleman personally, don't you? As a colleague MP.
Parliament.
As a colleague MP.
He's an independent member of parliament.
Yeah.
He joined our caucus. He does
business. Caucus with the NDC.
He caucus with the NDC. He does business with us. A very respected gentleman that that joined us in the 9th Parliament. Boro, it's unfortunate that a member of Parliament will be arrested in this manner. But I have always said that if you are leading people, you need to be clean. For politics, when you go into the game of politics, you should at all times be mindful of what you do as a leader. You should be very mindful. Moro, it's not that I'm coward. There are many things I won't do.
Yeah.
You understand? Because even you are not even doing some of those things. Your detractors are around you waiting to see your back. You understand?
True.
So if you are a leader, leading people at any level, whether unit committee, assemblyman, MP, DC, even a family head, you ought to be very careful that you don't mingle with certain things. You understand? Look, this young man, I'm told, was doing his business until he joined politics. The game of politics comes with scrutiny. You understand? It comes with scrutiny. They will dig to even know your great-grandfathers, what they were doing when they were alive. So if you want to do politics, you have to be very clean. And you should, at any time, be ready to defend your actions in the past and in the present. You should.
That's the gentleman in your shot.
We
have lots of videos on him.
You understand? You understand? So for me, it's unfortunate that it has happened. I worry for his family. I worry for his constituents, particularly those who stood for him or stood by him to be member of parliament. When it's like this, the name of your reputation is at stake. Your constituency name is at stake. Your supporters, your family. So for me, I just want to say that it's unfortunate. But as leaders, let everybody watch your back. Anything you do, there are consequences. I said it here before, that look, everybody, there are people, somebody can steal 10 times, the person will not be caught. You, the first attempt, you are caught. You understand? You cannot say that this person has been stealing. Why have you not arrested him? Because they haven't caught the person. You understand?
Yeah.
So, if you want to join politics, if you want to be in politics, if you want to be in leadership, you must be so white. You must be clean. You must be clean. If you mingle in certain things, your internal opponents will come after you. Your other opponents will come after you. At any point in time, you have people who will want to expose you.
You've repeated this. Why do I get the feeling you think that somebody perhaps is behind this?
No.
Because you repeated how when you are in politics, you must be careful.
Yes, you have to be careful. Moro, you should be very careful because, look, there are many people who has done things that probably Honorable Frimpong has not done. And yet they are walking away free in this country.
No, but for now, though, Honorable, we must be careful because for now, he's innocent.
I know.
Yes.
I know. That's why I'm careful. I'm saying that.
Proven guilty.
I'm saying that. You see, let me tell you something. I'm only saying that as a leader.
Allegedly, yes.
Allegedly,
yes.
There are certain things you don't even mingle yourself in. That's what I mean.
I understand.
You understand? Because if they associate you with romance scam as an MP, I don't think it's even the best for you to associate with it.
Even if he's innocent.
Even if you are innocent, that's what I mean.
I agree.
You understand? That's what I mean. I'm not saying he's guilty. No, he's a colleague. I respect him so much.
Right.
But I'm saying that as leaders, political actors, we ought to be very careful with the things that we associate with.
I agree with you.
So that you are not being even invited to come and say something about it. You see, once it comes out that you are associated with romance scam as a leader, that in itself doesn't give you a good reputation. That's what I mean. I'm not saying he's guilty. No, I know he has a side. His lawyers will go in and then look into it. So Parliament is saying that, look, we have had information about his detention and arrest in Schiphol Airport, and they will, update the general public in due course about what is happening. So let's all wait to see how the case is being handled. I know, but I pray that our brother should be exonerated. He should be innocent so that he can come back to serve his people.
But let me read this how do you call it, message which yesterday was published by a lawyer who is also the lawyer for the Democracy Hub. We all know him. He's a very popular figure. And I think he's also one of the conveners of what's the name of this group? These guys who kept protesting during the MPP's time several times. What's the name of? Sorry?
Is it Oliver?
Oliver, yes, Oliver's group. I've forgotten the name of that. This escaped me. But I know he's also the lawyer for the Democracy Hub. Now, this is something he posted. I thought it was quite interesting. He said, if the news that the MP was arrested at the request of the U.S. government is true, I think we need to summon the U.S. envoy immediately. If they withheld critical information from our intelligence services and laid traps outside for fix the country. Thank you, Vanessa. Thank you very much. It's organized. Fix the country is organized by Democracy Hub, isn't it? Good, great. Thank you very much. The Fix the Country movement, yes. Now, if they withheld critical information from our intelligence services and laid traps outside for our officials, then I think it is unacceptable. We are a sovereign nation that must be treated with respect. Our public officials cannot be plucked away in traps set abroad without so much as the courtesy of prior communication. Are we sure we could arrange the arrest of a U.S. congressman under such circumstances? What kind of partnership informs our being treated with so much disrespect? First, Oforiatta, now this. They have more to lose if they continue like this. I mean, you are an MP as well. I don't know whether you side with what he's saying. You have an issue with Seydou. You won't tell Ghanaians. You let Seydou is on his way somewhere. Whether what Seydou has done is true or not, then you go and arrest him. What is that?
You know, this one, I stand to be corrected, but
sure.
I'm told that he's been on Interpol list.
For almost a year.
Yeah.
Yes.
So they've been looking for him. So if Interpol, they can also enter any country to make arrests. Well, we all signed to it.
Right.
You understand? We all signed to it. That is an international body, security body that can cause arrest.
But
so
let me ask you this. So for instance, Seydou, was Iyoko aware? The Financial Intelligence Center, were they aware of this guys? Had American authorities mentioned it to them?
Yeah, I'm not privy, but I'm sure they will know.
And it means that they did nothing about it?
You see,
Moro.
I mean,
what point is one way to this? Moro.
This is intelligence matter.
Yes.
I agree with his point.
Yes, Oliver's point.
But his point is also on a condition.
If, okay.
As we speak, the Ghana as a country is holding this particular matter now.
Yes.
And there has not been any denial of the fact that whether we have been aware or we are not aware, it has not been part of our communication.
Right.
But we brought this up first, questioning the motive behind how this gentleman is being picked up because of the diplomatic relationship that we have. If for anything at all, perhaps if they have not informed and for him to be on Interpol and we are unaware, then that is something that we have to complain. But if he has been on Interpol list for close to a year or more than a year, that we are aware, I think that it means that our security agencies are aware of this particular ambushing, because he was just been ambushed. And we need to also ask ourselves, is it acceptable within the security practice if somebody is on Interpol list and the person is being caught up somewhere on transit? If it is acceptable, then we need to also now go to look at the merit of those particular matters. And I think that at this stage, we have very few information on that. And I'm very happy that the state as a country is picking it up, because I've heard the majority chief whip who had made calls to the majority leader, who have cut short his travel from where he was and went to where it is, has also reported that to the Foreign Affairs Minister, and this has also been escalated to the Attorney General. And I believe that we should leave this to our operatives as a country for this matter to be unraveled. It's early days yet for us to have a very detailed discussion on this particular matter. What I do pray and hope is that the due process will be applied, and when our brother, the honorable member, is exonerated, we'll all be happy. But he should be treated with much dignity in terms of this particular exercise.
All right, so let me do this before I bring the two of you. So I've got some great news for you, fantastic news that I want to share with you today. Now, look, this is the most wanted, most desired, and the most anticipated event in the year, and it's right here with us. Now, over 20 African embassies, over 20 different African dishes, and then there's only one host. And here we're talking the Ignite Media Group, Metro TV specifically. Now, the whole Africa is converging at Metro TV for Cook Africa. Cook Africa. Africa is going to be cooking here. Going to cooking, yes. And as part of activities marking the celebration of AU Day, on the theme, Healthy Bites, Brighter Africa, Cooking for Wellness, come taste best African cuisines on Saturday. Best African cuisines on Saturday, 23rd May 2026 is at 9 a.m. prompt at Metro TV premises, North Ridge here. And this event is a Metro TV initiative and is supported by Metro Digital, Original TV, and Original FM. For sponsorship and partnership, call 054-028-1537, 054-028-1537, and Cook Africa 2026, Healthy Bite, Brighter Africa, Cooking for Wellness. And then also, MNC Group continues to remind you that they are the number one, your number one partner in minerals and food commodities trading. They are also into real estate development, general logistics, procurement, management, consultancy, investment, advisory, import and export. They have headquarters in East Legon. They also have offices in Dubai, Hong Kong, and then also Guangzhou in China, and also Johannesburg in South Africa, Virginia, USA, Arizona, and Italy, and then also Hanover in Germany. So essentially what they do is that they connect markets that drive business growth with tailor-made solutions to meet your needs. So you can trust them, because I know them. You can trust them to maximize your value in every deal. Reach them on MNC Group at mncgroupgh.com, or you can just simply call 0302-998-246, 0302-998-246, or 02655-05337, or 056-103-22 0952. MNC Group, totally reliant. Gentlemen, I'll take just, we have the next 10 minutes to leave here. And so I guess that would have to, should we wrap up on this month and move on to another topic? Or we should just end with this because we don't have enough time. Yes, we don't have enough time. Sid, is there something else you want to say based on what Oliver has said?
Well,
that we should have called you MPs with a lot of respect.
For that one, I support that because the truth of the matter is that we have immunity as members of parliament, that you cannot just arrest a member of parliament without recourse to the speaker of parliament, due process. There's process you follow in order to arrest an MP. Even you need an MP for investigations, you ought to follow, due process. You understand? So I understand that very well and understand the point that he's coming from. But like my brother said, it's early days yet. I just hope that our brother should be exonerated. But my caution too is that as leaders, let's desist from associating with certain alleged crimes. Let's desist. It will always come to haunt us. It will always come to haunt us.
Right.
In politics, there's scrutiny. In politics, people will take your background. In politics, people will know even what you eat. People are concerned about what you eat. They are concerned about, even the dress you wear, about the dress your wife wears. People are concerned. So as a politician, I pray and urge that we should sort of disassociate ourselves from some of this. It doesn't augur well when we are even associated with it, let alone if you are found guilty. So I pray that this is one of the stories that the FBI is just associating with our brother. At the end of the day, I pray he's exonerated. Any days yet, like my Deputy General Secretary said.
All right. We like I said, we have
politics.
10 minutes.
Then the issues that we discussed, our first topic, I still hold the view, and I know my brother also supports the view that we need to sanitize the political space.
Yes,
we need to sanitize the political. It's becoming vulnerable. It's like it's a platform for anybody to say anything against somebody. You understand? Without recourse, without proof, without due diligence, and all of that. That I think should be condemned.
Let me bring in our viewers. No, I don't agree with you that we must sanitize it. Yes, but that's what accountability says it has to happen.
Yes.
Accountability must happen.
There is one thing I just want to, whilst we are speaking in the media space, the media people too are talking. We have a TV station in Tamale.
Really?
Sagane TV.
It's owned by whom?
I don't know the owner, but
I know
the manager.
Yes.
Is David Zibelim.
Yes.
He has made a statement.
And
I would love to have our viewers hear what he said. He's a manager of a TV station, Sagane TV. He said, and I quote, "The current power crisis is killing us slowly. We now have only doom, but the saw is no more there. We have been running our TV station with generator for almost 24 hours now."
But you know what?
Unquote.
Haruna, you know what?
A manager of a TV station.
I will be very, 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 very shocked and surprised if indeed David
Zibelim.
No, I'm talking about the
David
Sando.
Yes.
Yes, I'm told it's also called something. He has a nickname. It's escaped me. But I'll be surprised if indeed the reason why he was arrested was because he said Dumso is back.
Yes, that was the reason.
Really be attributed.
That he kept it on a billboard. That is on a billboard.
But how?
And every billboard in this country has a number. Okay.
Anyway,
the one who petitioned, we don't even know the one who did the petition, and there's no billboard number that has been attached to it. And in fact, the guy wrote it on his Facebook wall.
I want to believe there's more to it. I don't think he's put something on the billboard that says Dumso is back.
Yeah, it's a billboard.
I think there's more to it.
And
this is why I still insist.
And the Dumso is back.
Typically, you don't hear intelligence services people talk. But the kind of politics that we do. We may have to have a rethink about that model. But anyway, So let me bring in our viewers now. Let's give the rest of the 5 minutes to them because Kwesi Kwechi is already here.
You know, he talked about Dumso. You see, we don't have Dumso. We don't have Dumso. The reality of the matter is that ECG, the Minister of Energy, ECG, and the power sector had announced.
No, but I'm just saying that.
This is a media manager. He said there's doom. The soil is not even there.
You listen.
What he said.
I know the issue.
Honorable.
I know the issue. I can speak about it.
Yeah, because he's a butcher for NETCO.
I can speak about it. They know.
So he knows about the issues
know.
that
There are issues.
Up north.
Yeah, there are issues.
He's a butcher there.
Yeah, this is when we have.
So you know about the containers.
Which
from there?
He's a butcher for NETCO.
Oh, okay.
Not ECG.
Okay, but but that means that NETCO doesn't use the containers. But you said you were going to
how the mischief.
Let me bring in our viewers. The containers that were missing at the airport.
Let me bring in our viewers. Let me bring in our
want
viewers.
to hear about
So gentlemen, let's listen to our viewers.
Okay, let's listen to our
So Samuel Brian Boabing says, good morning. What is the NDC MP saying? Is he a JJC who used baloney, who called Achin people Sakawa, who called Martin Amidu stupid, who said Asante speak good English because of RNL? This cool mentality is taking us back to the dark days, and if care is not taken, it could destroy both our democracy and this beautiful country. Mr. President, take decisive action for once. Call your hawks to order, unless with such impunity you have sanctioned this brazen recklessness. This is not the reset you promised the citizenry. Samuel Brand Boabing from Awoshi. He says, I know an MP who clearly wants no trouble, so he avoids traveling to any country with an extradition treaty with the United States. Sam Toys. That's the name I was looking for. Samuel, thank you very much for that. Sam Toys, yes, that's his AKA. You know, I'm talking about David Isando, Sam Toys, yes. He says, we don't have a Doom, so we have Doom Kra. I'm watching you guys on my phone. Hey, so Alhaji Hamza from Pig Farm, he says, good morning, my brother. In my humble opinion, the managers of Dr. Bamia are doing him more harm than good to him. According to the press statement issued by Dr. Bamia, free speech in this country today is under siege. God have mercy. Since when did Dr. Bamia become aware of this? What has the issue of Abronya got to do with this government? Abronya decided to open his mouth wide to attack a judge and also to also to maltreat her, and when he is picked to answer questions, Dr. Bamia decides to issue a statement stating that free speech is under siege. This is totally unfair to the judiciary. Muro, hope you remember the issue of Muntie 3. They were sentenced to prison for 3 months, and such radio station in charge. The radio station in charge was charged in addition with the owner fined. So what are you talking about? This act of hypocrisy and double standards must stop, and stop now. Alfred Kojo Treadles, he says, good morning, Moro, and good morning to your cherished viewers and panelists. I was astonished to hear Dr. Bamia allege that free speech is under siege in Ghana. As the saying goes, he who calls for equity must come with clean hands. Free speech does not mean we should misbehave or talk anyhow. We should all learn to be responsible and patriotic citizens. If Dr. Mahmoud Bamia is truly concerned about free speech, he should start by calling his own party members to order. Take Abronya, for example, who sits in his confiscated armchair on radio and insults everybody, including judges and even Archbishop Duncan Williams. If Dr. Mahmoud Bamia cannot control the likes of Abronya and others in this country, can we really entrust the future of Ghana into his hands? In my view, Dr. Bamia should be the last person trying to advise a visionary leader like President John Dramani Mahama. That's coming from Triddles. Now, Moro, the answer to your question is that these superior nations do not trust in our institutions, and we have to all agree with them in their skepticism. It looks like accountability demands has become optional in Ghana, and outsiders know and see what's going on in their country. We are a sovereign nation, but we don't command respect even among some of our peers, and that's a shame. Until we begin to raise the quality of our state institutions, others will not show us the necessary respect. Having said that, the Europeans do arrest any suspect the same way. Good morning. That's coming from Mansa Munsa of the Voice of a Radio in England. Carlos from Odojo says, Moro, please check the MVP Bamia statement very careful. It's not written by him. It was written by the guys around him. They sent it to him to sign because this is what they felt, and this is what they felt all along. Well, you don't have any evidence. So anyway, but it says that immediately, even if the arrests are not enough, immediately they are arrested, they are released, and they come back into the society to misbehave and even more. They meet their flag bearer, Dr. Mahmoud Bamia, who encourages them to continue their rampage on insults. How do you know this, Carlos? The MEP rep sitting there is also supposed to be arrested because his actions and conduct warrant it. who brought insults into our politics. This was Mahmoud Bamia calling President Mahama incompetent and his people. Moro explained the meaning of incompetence. We were all in this country when Gabi insulted the sitting President Professor Mills, calling him chamber pot. We were here when some of the activists claimed that Honorable Atoha was sleeping with the president, with President Mills. We witnessed journalists and citizens being arrested left, right, and center simply for speaking. Today, I feel Vice President has the audacity to speak against these arrests. I should have said more about because of you, Mora, for giving him next time, Carlos, and God bless you. And Hardy from Pig Farm, and that's my final message, says, Hardy from Pig Farm says, good morning, brother. Haruna Mohammed and his MP should stop misbehaving as if, they should stop behaving as if political power is their birthright. Ghana belongs to all of us, Ghanaians, not one party. The same arrogance and sense of entitlement is exactly what caused many voters to reject the NPP. Nobody's afraid of pressure from a future Bawumia government, which inshallah will not happen. What Ghanaians want is accountability, honesty, jobs, better living conditions, and leadership that listens to the people. If the great NDC demands accountability today, it is because public officials must answer to the citizens, not because of political revenge. Haruna and his flag bearer, Dr. Mahmoud Bamia, should advise their supporters to be responsible. A native doctor who called for the rain to come should not be afraid of the thunder and strike that follows. Good morning to Dr. Ibrahim Mahama. May God bless and protect your family. Reverend Samuel J. says that I do agree that freedom of speech must be encouraged by all Ghanaians, but freedom of speech must not be seen as a freedom of irresponsibility. More, since 1992, I've been very much involved in building our democracy, but I will never hide behind any power or group of powerful people to destroy the integrity of others. From the late President Rawlings to the present president, I know everybody, and I'm sure they know me by the name, but that does not give me license to insult people anyhow. And it says, tell our brother Haruna to slow down a little. Ghana needs all of us, and all of us must work for a prosperous nation. That says, stay blessed. And the Reverend Jos Latte says, the bailing system in Ghana is draconian. In my view, the two most important factors in granting bail are: one, flight risk, interference with investigations, likelihood of the accused committing another crime, the seriousness of the crime, the amount of money required for surety is too expensive. The current perception is that bail conditions have been politicized. This is not good for the nation. The judges must do what is right and reasonable. And then Anas says that, Anas, your this thing is very long, but I'll just do a paragraph. Anas from Upper West says that the sad reality of our local government scholarship in Ghana is becoming unbearable. Also, this one we've not discussed it, so unfortunately I will not be able to read it because it has nothing to do with what we discussed today. But anyway, so gentlemen, I want to thank you very much for joining us. But our other colleague is just here, Kwesi is here with the school homecoming. Yes.
I thought you were going to remind us of what my colleague has been saying in the media space.
Which one is that?
You know, he's been lamenting. He's saying a lot of things in the media about the NDC government, succession plans, and how the parties are happy with the government.
Oh, you mean Mr. Mabani? You're very good friends. We'll make time.
Tells Ziblim in Tamale that he should stop the mischief.
Mr. Ziblim, manager, the board chair says when he comes to Tamale, he will see you.
Yes. Yes, gentlemen, just a second. Yes, Kwesi, what's up?
And before you leave, you take your leave, I would want to know what schools you went, senior high schools.
Oh, I attended END secondary school. Yes.
Oh, okay. So that's why I'm a North, and
I'm a Royal.
You're a Royal.
Yes.
Okay, that's good to know.
Yes, I did Laura Secondary School.
Laura Secondary School. All right, so
Laura is in the Upper West region.
Let me give you 1 minute each to share memories of your school days. How was it for you? Memories, just memories. The one that would touch us.
Well, a young boy, I arrived in Laura town with my chalk box. I've never been to Laura before. I joined the bus, alighted at the station, then got somebody to assist me to carry my chalk box and my bag to the school. In fact, it was like a total stranger, you know. I was like, hey, what can I fit in here? You know, but when I saw some, you know, boys like me also walking around, like, okay, my contemporaries are here, I will be able to associate.
You felt safe?
I felt safe in that environment, even though I was beginning to think what the future would look like in that environment, you know. But I had acquaintances within the shortest possible time. I honestly, I was supposed to do accounting, but they push all of those of us who had better grades, they push all of us to go and do science. So I honestly wanted to do accounting at the basic level or at that level because my father was an accountant.
Okay.
So I got motivated to continue that legacy, but I didn't have the opportunity. the assistant academic came and said that, look, this is a science school. We want people with good grades to go and do science. But I was still attending the accounting classes.
That's interesting.
For a whole, almost 2 months. Then he came and said, young man, if you cannot do science, go home.
Go home.
Now I was like, oh, sir, don't cut my dream short. This is what I want to do. But he insisted. So I moved to the science class. In fact, I wasn't happy. Because when I got to the science class, I got there. That was my first time of seeing what we call gas book. Gas. The big biology, chemistry, physics. Those fat books. So I saw somebody, one guy holding 4 of them by his waist. Then I was like, oh, I'm dead. How am I coming to cope? Look at books this guy is carrying. It means a shark. You know, even the guy, by the time we got to Form 2, they sacked him on poor academic performance. But he wanted to scare me from the science class. You know, well, I've never seen gas book in my life. I've never seen it anywhere. And my first appearance in the science class, I saw somebody holding, 4 gas. They are big. I hope you know what I'm talking about. They are fat, biology, physics, chemistry, then I think science. Very big ones. He was holding them by his waist. And I'm like, wow, what am I coming to do here? But I think I was an average student. I fared well. There were other students that were so brilliant. I was learning from them.
But here you are today.
Yeah, I did. By the likes of Raymond Samuelidi is a lecturer in Legon now, a doctor. Raymond is also a doctor. Many of them. I made friends with them, and that is who I am.
Yeah.
Me, I've always told people, and I've been encouraging my children, if you are in school, identify the brilliant ones. If you are not the most brilliant, identify the brilliant ones and make friends with them.
That's all.
You will learn from them.
That's
and
all.
that is me.
That's all.
That even in politics, I try to associate with the good ones.
Just like the one that's sitting by you.
You understand?
Yes.
I try to know. He has a bit of mischief. He has a bit of mischief. So I learned the good ones. I won't take the bad ones.
You take the bad ones.
Okay.
All right. We're going to give...
Get a second wife.
So
it's a good one.
So that you see where it's dragging me to. So secondary life was always good.
Yeah.
We had what we call in school, they call it bangation.
Mm-hmm.
Bangation was when it was time for meals. Like, if you delay, you won't get your food.
Mm-hmm.
If it's by 6:30 or 6 o'clock, you are supposed to be in the dining hall and you are not there, you won't get your food.
I think one of these days we should have you one-on-one for a conversation.
Yes,
because
yes.
I can see that there's so much that
I
you want to say.
share a lot.
Yeah, I know.
It was fun.
No, I'm going to take your number after here.
Secondary life,
yeah, so that we can have that
again
conversation.
Anywhere.
We can even come to your office. We can even come to your office and have that conversation.
No
with you.
problem.
Let me move on to you.
Yes.
A very short one, of course.
I still have the impact of my secondary school days on me.
Okay.
Many call me Prof. They know me as Prof.
Prof, yeah.
Many don't know that I'm not an academic
one of the most
professor.
brilliant students.
They don't know that I'm not an academic professor.
Okay.
I'm not from the academia with that particular name. But I got that name from Yeni Secondary School.
Oh, okay.
So I got it from my secondary school days up to today.
They still call you Prof.
Yeah, so I was one of those who represent my school in quiz.
Wow.
And mathematics was my key. We were 2 after we wrote our exams in 2000.
Oh, okay.
2 of us had scored it the highest from the school. And I still have a lot of memories of the school. Yeni Secondary School gave me a lot of opportunity. I started my leadership role there. I served the Islamic unit, which is the Jimsa Society, as a PRO. My issues that I had in Yeni Secondary School had to do with entertainment. Because I was not a fan of entertainment. Anytime there is entertainment, I'll run to town and they'll soak my mattress. So it was something that was, but I enjoyed the place.
Yeah.
Dining hall, Tuesdays, I used to, Tuesday, I will never miss dining hall because there will be rice and beans.
Oh.
And I will go for that particular rice and beans. And Banku was one of my favorite until I got to where they were doing it. And I was moved and I stopped.
You stopped because you didn't like
the
way they were preparing it.
Yeni Secondary School will always be a place. The secondary school has built me. Even though I did ask there, I moved to tertiary and did accounting that they denied.
Yeah, you took
to
it from
have
me
done.
actually.
Yeah, so I went ahead to do
the
accounting.
opportunity.
Yes, so It's good.
Thank you so much. I mean, I really do appreciate.
Thank you.
You
Thank
sharing
you
your
so
wonderful moments when you were in secondary
school.
So,
those days, people who were very brilliant were identified.
Okay.
And in various schools, for instance, if you ask him in Yendi, people in Tamasco at that time would have been hearing of his name. People in other secondary schools, that is how it was. So, like in the Laura Secondary School, Nandon Secondary School, Was Secondary School, that time, our era, you will get to know whose son was doing very well, who were the brilliant students, who were the sharks, who were that kind of thing. You understand? Apart from that, I was an athlete. I was a sports person. I gel a lot. I was doing all sort of things.
Yeah. So, all right. So today we have Accra Academy coming in here. I hope you know First Light. After Kanishi Market.
Yeah, First Light. Yeah.
Oh, Accra.
And then what are they saying?
Okay. But I've just been told that apparently Seydou Cletus was a lover boy.
Oh.
Yes. Was in
school.
Yeah.
Okay. That's an interesting one.
Can we discuss that?
That's an interesting one. I mean, this conversation, I don't think I can be part of.
Was he playing game?
The person said, "Why isn't Seydou talking about his lover boy days?" I said, "That why? That's
it's my brother.
He's a handsome.
I would be shocked.
But if you look at him,
I would want to give me. You see, this is the problem. If witches will get you, is your own house.
Yeah, it's your own house.
Brother is
on that note.
But you see, he's a handsome man.
So, Rollins, we so he says, "Abwa obeka wa na offran tuma."
That's
On that note.
So who are we expecting today?
Accra Academy is in the house. Yes. Bleo is in the house.
All
right. So thank you very much for. Thank you. All right.
They are hearing about all the people who are sitting, ministers, presidents.
They studied
them. They should study. They should take their studies very serious. After us, it will be them.
Yeah.
So there is no challenge that they will not be able to cross. Every challenge has been crossed by human beings.
All right.
And they are one of them. And they will be able to do it.
Sure.
They will be great personalities in future.
Amen.
The future belongs to them. We will soon fade out. They are
Amen.
the ones that will take over this country.
Amen.
All you need to do is discipline, respect your teachers, be disciplined, be punctual, and the others will
follow. Yeah. On that note, the School's Homecoming show is coming to you in some few moments. Stay with us. This is Metro TV. My name is Nana Kwesi Kwitia.
Finding the ideal property shouldn't be a daunting task. At MNC Properties, we believe everyone deserves a place to call home. That's why we specialize in providing affordable housing.